Hey everyone, today let me show you the automated maintenance logger exercise here in this spreadsheet for the various heavy and light duty trucks. For example, I got the fleet number here, then following the fleet number is the make and model. Toyota Prado 250, that would be light truck. Ford truck F-150, that would be light truck. And then Scania, this is heavy truck. MAN, TGS truck, that would be heavy truck. Volvo, Kenworth, these are heavy trucks. So I got a list here for the heavy and light trucks. Then I got the column, the next one is the last service kilometer. So I have done the last service for this kilometer reading in the odometer, 48,950. The next one would be 55,021. So the last service kilometer plus the service interval is the next PM due, which I'm gonna do it automatically using the macro. I'm gonna do coding in the VBA editor. So last service kilometer plus service interval, that would be next service due. So it will appear here under the E column, next service due, as the next service due. So I got different in service interval, 5,000 kilometers for light duty truck, the Ford, the Toyota, the Dodge Ram. But for the heavy trucks, I put 9,000 kilometers. This is because this is for diesel engines, okay, like Scania, MAN truck, Volvo, Kenworth, okay. And Toyota Camry, this is a sedan. And Ford Ranger Raptor, this is a pickup truck. But the Mack truck Granite is a heavy duty truck. Toyota Hilux pickup truck is a light duty. So I just put it 5,000 kilometers just for our exercise. The light duty truck is 5,000 kilometers in service interval, and I put it 9,000 kilometers for heavy duty truck as my service interval kilometers. Okay, but it's up to you what is the service interval in your company based on your on service interval policy in your maintenance policy. So you can change it. Could be 10,000 for heavy duty, or it could be 9,000 for light duty. It's up to you. But I'm just putting it as an example. Okay. So that would be next service due equals that service kilometer plus 5,000 or service interval. Then I'm gonna list down the status, whether the status is okay, meaning the service already done, preventive maintenance service already done. That means okay, and it would be overdue for the status. If the PM service already done, so it would be okay. If not yet, then it would be overdue, and it would be highlighted with the red color if it is overdue, and the font color will be black for okay, then it will be red for overdue font color. So I'm gonna do the coding in the developer tab, and then the Visual Basic here. I'm gonna open this, then I'm gonna create the macro for this. I'm gonna call this macro check dynamic maintenance. So I'm gonna say check dynamic maintenance. So that this would be my macro name. Then I got several dimensions. I got several variables I'm gonna declare. So I'm gonna say the first one is WS as worksheet. Okay, and the next variable would be dim. Okay, last row. We're gonna use this last row for counting our rows in the column. Okay, in the first column, the column A. So we're gonna do that later. So that would be last row as long. Okay, that would be as long. Then I'm gonna add another one here, which is the variable I, also as long. Then okay, I'm gonna remove this, and then the next variable is last service kilometer. So it would be dim last service in kilometer. Okay, as double. This would be double. Then comma, rather enter. Then current kilometer. So dim would be current kilometer. So km as for kilometer. Then again as double, as this is number, so I'm gonna say double, as this is integer. So, and then another dimension, another dim is dim interval. So what would be interval? That's in the column where you got the 5,000, 9,000 kilometers. 5,000 for the light duty truck, and then 9,000 kilometer. I put it as 9,000 kilometers for heavy duty truck, for diesel truck. Okay, heavy duty trucks, heavy duty engines. So this would be as double again. Okay, I still got one more variable, which is next due. So okay, next due, next service due, next due as my variable. Then this would be as double again, as double. Then now I'm gonna set the worksheet for the logger worksheet. Okay, I have already named the sheet tab in the worksheet as logger. So I'm gonna say WS. Okay, WS equal sign this workbook. Okay, this has become similar, familiar to you now. This workbook, that sheets. Okay, open parenthesis, and the sheets that we have in the worksheet tab is logger. So I'm gonna put quotation mark, then logger, capitalize L, then quotation mark, then close, then enter. Okay, and this would give you error because of the spelling. So I'm gonna remove that R, and then okay, important thing is the last row, because we're counting the row in one column. So already know this drill. So you know the drill. Last row, WS dot cells. Okay, WS dot cells. Okay, open parenthesis, WS dot rows. We're counting the rows. So therefore we're counting it. We're going to put the count, and then the comma, and then the count in column A. We're gonna count the rows in column A. So I'm gonna put the column A here. Then I'm gonna close it. Then dot N. Okay, all the way down. Okay, we're gonna start from down from the empty cells. Then we're gonna start counting from the last non-empty cell. Okay, not last empty cell. So whenever we have the last empty cells, then whenever we add a record, then it will be added to the next empty cells. Okay, so that would be the trigger of the writing of the new the new data, okay, in the next empty cell. So end, okay, and the another Okay, another function is the Excel app. Okay, dot row, because this is for the row. All right, then I'm gonna write the loop through. So that's why I use I as long in my variable declaration. So I'm gonna say for I is equal to 3, row 3. Why row 3? To last row. Okay, to last. Why I start with row 3 instead of row 2? Because in my Excel, the data will start from row 3. Because I get the automated maintenance logger, the title of the worksheet, and then the headers starts in row 2. So therefore, the data here will start in row number 3. That's why for I equals 3 to last row. All right? Okay. Then I'm gonna use the another variable last service kilometer. Okay, because we're not using miles, we're using kilometer. Okay, kilometer in our odometer. So WS dot sales, and then open parenthesis I, comma 2. Okay, what is this? I that service kilometer is we're using I. What is I? Okay, remember I is equals to 3 to last row. So that's variable I is equal to 3 to the last row. And then what is 2? 2 is this. Number 2 is B, column B. This is column number 2, last service kilometer. So going back there. So last service kilometer. So that's column number 2. Okay, that value. Why that value? Because we are putting value in it. We're gonna put value in the okay, there's a value in it. Then okay, I'll put some remarks, and this would be column B. Okay, last service kilometer, that would be column B. It has nothing to do with the coding. It is just a remark, just to guide us. All right. Then the next one would be variable current kilometer. Okay. So current kilometer is WS dot sales. Right. Open parenthesis again. Then again variable I. That's not I. That's 1. So this is I. And then column number 3. So what is column number 3? Current kilometer. So that would be the current kilometer. Right? That value. Okay, that value. Okay. Say, so what is that? This is for the column C. So I'm gonna put column C just for our remarks. Column C. Okay. That's the next column. Then the third one, I'm gonna say interval. This is where you have the 5,000 kilometers for the light duty truck and then 9,000 kilometers for the heavy duty truck. So that would be interval. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put WS again dot sales. All right. Then again, I'm gonna specify the variable I. Okay, the next column would be number 4, column number 4, and that value, and then what is that again? That's for the column D. Okay, the next column. All right, that's for the interval, service interval. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calculate the target kilometer run. Okay, or in miles you can say mileage, but in kilometer, I can say kilometer age, km age, or kilometer run. Okay, then I'm gonna use the next variable, which is due. Next service due is equal to last service km. That's service km. I'm gonna add the next. Okay, I'm gonna add the interval, the 5,000 or the 9,000, right? So I'm gonna add interval. So if interval is 5,000, it will be added with okay. That is for the next PM due, right? So then I'm gonna say ws.sales again, variable I. Okay, what's a variable I again? That's for the loop for I equals 3 to last row. Okay, that's the I. And then now let's go to column number 5. Number 5, then close, then dot a value. And this is very easy coding, you know. Very simple coding. Very simple coding exercise. Okay? Okay, so next due. So next due. Alright? That would be output. So output to next. That would be next service due. Service due. Okay. All right. So that would be the next service due column. Enter. Okay. Now I'm gonna find the logic if current kilometer run has passed the due point. Okay. So I'm gonna use the condition. I'm gonna write the condition if current km kilometer is greater or equal to next due. Next due. Okay. Then right. Then ws.sales. Okay. Now let's go to the next column. Variable I. Then next column is would be number 6. Okay, number 6. This is the status, whether it's okay or overdue. Okay, so I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna that value, that would be that value equals what? Equals overdue. Okay, I'm gonna capitalize all overdue. Okay, really to highlight it, right? Then I'm not just writing the overdue text. Also at the same time, I'm gonna put a color in it. So ws.sales. Okay, I don't want. This will not be accepted. Okay, that sales. Oh, sorry. Okay, ws.sales. Right. Again on the same variable and column number 6. Then I'm gonna put font dot color. Gonna put color on the font. Then that would be equals. Okay, I'm gonna put red. Okay, VB red. That would be the color of the font of the overdue. Okay, so the next thing is ws dot sales. Okay, open parenthesis, then variable I on the same column number 6, then I'm gonna make it bold. I'm gonna make it bold. Yeah, really to highlight the overdue. So I'm gonna make it bold. Therefore, I'm gonna say that's true. It should be true. All right. Then else, we're talking about the overdue. We'll make it red, and then we'll say bold. We'll make it bold. If not overdue, let's say okay. So I'm gonna put else. If it is okay, then WS dot cells. What is okay? The current reading. What is okay? The current reading, which is this one. Okay, the current reading is not higher than the last service kilometer plus service interval. Okay, so it's not overdue yet, so that would mean okay. All right, so that would be I comma 6 6 then close, then that value. We're gonna put value. What is the value? Okay, the value is okay. So to put the text, you should put the quotation mark okay within the two quotation mark, double quotation mark, then that would be okay. Then okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy these two. Okay, Control C. Okay, put it here, then enter, then Control V. Control V. Okay, I copy it. So this would be VB black. Okay, I'm gonna put black for okay. What I want to be highlighted in terms of the font color is the overdue, right? But for the font color, no need. So I just put black. No need to bold either. So I'm gonna put false. So no need to font bold. I'm gonna put false. Then what's next thing to do? I'm gonna end the condition NF. Okay, enter. Then we also have this for this one for. So that would be next to start the loop through. So next I, and then I want to put a message for this, meaning we are successful in doing this. So this exercise, so I'm gonna say message box, okay, quotation mark, then I'm gonna say maintenance, okay, maintenance thresholds, okay, recalculated, okay. Then I'm gonna put exclamation mark. Okay, threshold is wrong spelling. I'm gonna remove the J right there, and then this is VB information. So VB information, okay, information, VB information, okay. Then that would be okay. I forgot the quotation mark here, and then comma, okay. Then VB information. All right. Then end sub. Nothing more to do. And end sub. Okay, let me check our code. There are mistakes here. If current kilometer is greater, see, current kilometer is greater than the next due, okay, then it is overdue. Right? Okay, let me check again. Okay, let's go to the worksheet. Right? Then I'm gonna open the macros dialog box, and I'm gonna run this. Something wrong here. Let me check dynamic maintenance. I think this is okay. Oh, because I did not put it in the module, insert module. Okay, I put it in this workbook. Okay, I put it here. I'm gonna remove it. This is what you call standard module. So Control X to cut. Then I'm gonna open the module 1. I forgot to open a standard module. Control V. Okay. Let me check again the macros. Okay, the macros now says check dynamic. No more sheet. See, remember before there was sheet in it. Now it's only check dynamic maintenance. The correct name of the macros. Okay, I'm gonna run it. Okay, we have a problem. Okay, this is wall R. Wall wrong spelling. Okay, should be worksheet. Okay, I think this is okay. I'm gonna reset again. Then I'm gonna try again. Let's try this work this time. Macros. Then I'm gonna run. Alright. Okay, the message says maintenance threshold recalculated. Click OK. Okay, so we have the overdue. Okay, what is this? I'm gonna remove this. This is okay. I'm gonna ignore error. Sorry, I have to ignore error all. What happened? I'm gonna ignore error to all. So ignore error. Okay, that's correct, because 48,950 plus 5,000, next due is 53,950. So the current kilometer reading is 52,000. The next service due is 53,000 higher. Therefore, this is still okay. But for the next row, 55,021 plus 5,000, that's supposed to be 6,021. But the current kilometer reading is already lapsed the 60,021 because it is 61,200. That's why it's overdue. Okay? So, let's say the kilometer, let's make adjustment. For example, let's say this is still 60,000, for example, 60,000. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 60,000. What happened? Okay, I'm gonna run the macro again. It is now okay. Yeah, it is now okay. Let's say this one. The current reading is, let's say, 84,500. Okay. Let's run the macro. Run. Overdue. Okay. So every time you check your current kilometer in the trucks, look at the odometer, and you see that is over or higher than the next service due, then that would be overdue. If the current kilometer reading is lower than the next service due, it's still okay. This one, the current kilometer reading is 23,142, but the next service due is 23,155. Okay, this is overdue. Right? This is overdue because the current kilometer reading is higher than the overdue. Next service due. Okay, just like this one, the 37,516 plus 5,000, and it should be 42,516, the next service due. But the current kilometer reading is already 43,521, higher than the next service due. That's why it's overdue. So, see, if you have a longer list, difficult for you to monitor or to track the status. Why, unlike if you have something like this, you don't calculate the next service due. The code will calculate. This one will be calculated by itself. The code by the code. Then it will indicate the next service due automatically, and also the status automatically. Okay, so that's it for our exercise for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.